This is soundoff60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Coaching staff was just like, you need to go through the same routine you were going through in the minor leagues. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Our skipper actually moved me up to the 2-hole in the order in the middle of that and said, hey, you're our guy, you're going to play, and we believe in you. And then got a few hits, started believing in myself.
Oh, Julio's coming back. Oh, forget it. Forget it. The game's over. Oh, Julio.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
All right, welcome again to Soundoff60, coming to you from the corner of Jack Daniel's. It's called our fermentation corner.
Yes, it is.
Back with the barrels. We're
Yes,
fermenting
it is.
Jack Daniel's
Foosball right
Yes,
here.
it is.
and foosball too.
Biggest
All right,
foosball
welcome
table.
back to the show. Glad to have you aboard this week. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of baseball, gentlemen. A lot of
Yes.
baseball. First, start off. I want to kind of encapsulate our opening segment here in regards to the three teams that we've been focusing on, with the McNeese Cowboy baseball, Cowgirl softball, and LSU baseball, and where they survived the weekend, and looking over of what they've achieved. And I'm kind of interested to have a little feedback in regards to success or failure. Now, let me paint the picture here. Start with the McNeese Cowgirls. They go to the NCAA Regional. I know you didn't particularly like the regional location, being in Baton Rouge, but that's that's a sidebar. So they go in.
I got taken to task over there.
Yeah, and you as well should. I tried to take you to task initially, but I'll say they go to Baton Rouge. The Cowgirls have a great year. I mean, a double championship year, guys. They win the regular, and they just demolish everybody in the postseason tournament in Conway, Arkansas. They go to the regional, and they beat Fairfield, but they lose to UL Lafayette, and they lose pretty handedly to LSU in a weird rain delay game.
Yeah, only took about 12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours to play this thing. I don't know how two teams can really survive something like that. The question is, and I'll jump to the other programs, would you classify that as a successful year for the McNeese Cowgirls, knowing that they won a double championship, but bow out early in the NCAA? And I've talked about this before, the journey to get there and the end result.
The only way I would say no is I'm sure they would tell you that wasn't their A game when they got eliminated by LSU.
Yeah.
They can play better than
10-1,
that.
but set the
They
stage in
can
regards to
play
what
better
happened.
than that. Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, it
Both
isn't.
teams fight it.
That's true.
You know, it rained all day.
Yep.
Well, I think it was delayed, about 7 hours?
Well, it was about an
Something
hour
like that.
delay to get it started, 45 minutes to an
Yeah,
hour, and then they play, and then 6 hours later.
Something like
How?
that.
I mean, I'm going to
But
sleep
I'm
in
saying,
6 hours.
what I'm saying is, and really it was one big inning that killed them.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just didn't think they played their best.
In the context of that,
And Rick, you know what? It's
success
tough.
or failure?
It's tough, Rick, because I mean we love our Cowboys, and we've had Coach on, and
Well, I'm talking about the Cowgirls now. I'm going to get to the Cowboys
I'm
in a
talking about
minute.
the Cowgirls. I would have to say somewhat of a failure
Okay.
because of all the expectations that was put on them to be as good as they were and all that they had accomplished, Rick. To get to that point, you know, it's just like when LeBron leaves and goes to Cleveland. If you don't win the championship the first year, it's a failure.
So your expectation for the Cowgirls would have been to advance
yes,
beyond the
Big
first round
time.
of to the Super
Big
Regional.
I would
Rick.
say
That's a
Big
lot.
time.
That's saying a lot.
anytime McNeese wins the Southland Conference, I don't think you can call it a failure.
I agree. I think
now
that's
to really, at some point, now they've got this softball program going pretty well.
going in a good direction.
At some point, they got to take that next step.
That's my point.
To me, the next step isn't necessarily winning a regional, but it's getting to the
Get to it.
championship round of a regional. In other words, winning more than one game.
Yes. Okay.
In a region.
Step by step.
My point,
Incremental
Rick,
step.
that's-
Okay. All right. So, I guess we're all on the side of a successful year.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But you want to see them do more.
Yeah, and I don't know, to Hobbs' point last week, send them to California or somewhere in Texas, and maybe they go up against a team
Didn't
that they haven't
necessarily
played.
mean send them across country. I just did. Why do they have to have a state tournament?
I see your point. I see your point, but local fans turning out to be able to see the game. Don't send them off to Waco or Baylor. I mean, it's not that far, but still, I'm wondering if they would have
I
fared
would
better.
have preferred that.
Would they
I
have
don't
fared
know.
better? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, so success. Now, the McNeese Cowboys, they win. They take Lamar to task, win 2 out of 3. They clinch the regular season. They're getting ready to play Lamar again. We'll talk about that later on in the show in the next segment. But they got Lamar again in the Southland tournament. Now, looking ahead like we like to do on this show, all right, if they don't win the tournament and if they don't get an NCAA bid, again, with all the success they had,
That's tough.
would it be a
That
failure of success?
that would be as good as it. Now I think they're safe.
Yeah.
Well, we hope so.
Barring going 2 and out
Yes.
in the tournament, I think they're safe. I think they're in the NCAA.
I would hope so.
And people who follow it closer than I do think they're in the NCAA.
All right.
I'm with you. Yeah.
So at this point, great success for the Cowboys.
by-
Regular season
I
championship.
mean, what can I say about they beat my Tigers? I can't say nothing bad about them.
That's the bar for everybody if they beat LSU.
They beat my Tigers.
They win
can't
the
say
regular
nothing bad.
season. They win the regular season.
Yes.
I wouldn't say comfortable. I wouldn't say going away. It came down to the last series against Lamar. But
They only needed 1 win.
Yeah, they only
Yeah.
needed 1 win. But we'll talk about that in the next segment in regards to what this program has achieved. So a success up to
Yes.
this point. I'm agreeing with you, Hop.
Yes.
They have to be in. I mean, I don't know. I guess the Southland's going to get 2 bids. All right. I mean, Sam Houston is up there.
The only thing, well, it's not so much Sam Houston. Southeastern has the highest RPI.
Yeah. And some history.
And that could hurt McNeese if somebody besides Southeastern won the tournament.
Houston Baptist sneaks up there.
Gets the automatic bid.
Right.
Does that make the Southland a 3-bid league? That's when it gets dicey.
That gets dicey.
And that's where, if say you're McNeese and you went 2 and out, there's going to be some suspense.
Yeah.
And
you don't want that.
Selection
I don't
show.
see how this team. I mean, they just have everything moving in the right direction.
They do, Rick.
They really do. All right.
They do.
LSU. We've talked about this before. In the SEC tournament, are they simply playing to host again because they won the West? All right. So now they've elevated themselves.
They're not even playing for that.
Huh?
They're not even playing for that. They're going to host. They are 95% sure they're going to be a national seed.
Okay. A national seed. So.
But that being said, Maneri takes that SEC tournament pretty seriously. Skip Bertman never did.
Really?
But Maneri.
Wow.
And
Who's right and who's wrong?
well, there's no right or wrong. I mean,
skip one more champion.
Maneri won more tournament, SEC tournament.
Okay, let's skip one more championship.
Okay, all right.
So, okay,
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Right.
But the ongoing argument.
But to answer your question, other than adding a trophy, no, it doesn't mean a whole lot to us.
So for LSU, they host. Let's say they get to a super regional. All right, nothing's cemented in that purple and gold.
You're right.
But so again, it's Omaha or bust.
Yeah.
It really is for LSU.
Well,
that's a
that
tough
is
spot
their
for
ex-
ball.
but that
it's a
is
tough
their
spot.
expectations.
That's the destination, Rick.
I mean, it goes back to football. I hate to
It
drag
is, though.
football
If
into
Maneri
this.
didn't want that, he shouldn't have come to
Exactly.
LSU.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You want that kind of high
That's the
expectation.
deal. That's the hand you dealt.
But the Kevin Guidrich of the
But he
world,
does want
the Guidrich of the world, and
Come on now,
How
Rick.
can you lose
all the
to a
LSU
state
guys,
school?
they all expect national championships in football.
Well, Rick, that's why you go to those schools, Rick.
Unrealistic for even the LSU Tigers that think they're going to get to Omaha every year. I'm sorry, that's just my feeling. It's
But that's
unrealistic.
okay.
But
It's
they can
okay
have,
to
it may
expect
be-
it.
they can have a
may be.
realistic shot at it, but to get there every year.
I mean, to my column in last Sunday's paper, I don't think the expectations are unrealistic, but to start talking about Maneri being an idiot coach when they don't make it,
there
come
you
on,
go.
give me a break.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a difference.
I agree with you.
There
I
is
agree.
a difference on
I
that.
agree.
All right, first time
I
out.
agree
They
with
tell
you,
us
man.
we're out of time for this one. We'll
For
take
this
a
one.
short pause, do some business, come back and talk a little bit more in depth about these
Yes.
McNeese Cowboys getting ready for the Southland Conference Tournament. Stay right there.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort.
Lately, Bud Light's been talking about what's on their cans. But at Miller Lite, we focus on what's in our can. More taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Now you've got 4 more reasons to stay at our luxury hotel. Reserve your room today.
When you make something first, you can spell it however you want. Miller Lite, the original light beer. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
All right, welcome back to the fermentation corner here at Jack Daniels with the barrels. Hopefully they won't come tumbling down. Now, if I got my back turned,
we have a
and I'm orchestrating this magnificent production we call Sound Off 60. If something comes rolling, I'm counting on you guys to stop
Do you
it.
think there's really Jack Daniels #9 in those barrels?
We don't want to give away the secret. You never know.
Scooter, pretty heavy, man.
You never know. Speaking of Jack Daniels, our home for the show. Y'all got this? Who's got this? Hey, production boys, who's got this?
That's a pretty nice shirt.
All right, Jack Daniels t-shirts. I can see the monitor there. There you go, Jack Daniels, old #7. You can win one of these t-shirts if you come to Trivia Tuesdays. Every Tuesday night here at Jack Daniels. Great Miller Lite and Coors Light and Blue Moon and Shiner Box specials, draft behind the bar, food specials, and prizes to be won if you karaoke well or if you answer great trivia questions. You have a chance to win a couple of these Jack Daniels old #7 t-shirts. Trivia Tuesdays every Tuesday.
Scooter could probably compete in both karaoke and trivia. He's just that
I
sharp.
do better in trivia than karaoke.
We're gonna see how he fares when Stump the Wise Guys comes up later on. You need to up your game.
I've been doing pretty good though.
I know. I'll
give you that. The last couple of weeks
doing pretty good, Rick. Yeah.
One of these days, instead of Stump the Wise Guys, why don't we have karaoke contest?
Whoa, Scooter.
No.
Whoa.
Don't even go there.
I think I'll lose my guy coolness if I do that.
That is the most stupid and ridiculous, idiotic thing you've ever stated on this show.
No kidding.
And you've said some whoppers. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's talk about some, in particular, Cowboy baseball. We've said it, I think, the last couple of weeks. This is, I think we've talked about it, and I know I have, this is the most accomplished Cowboy team under Justin Hill, and this is his 4th year. Easily. Wins they haven't won the regular season championship since 06. I had to be reminded of that.
Wow.
06, guys, that's
10 years.
Now, 11 years.
Wow.
Now they have advanced to the conference tournament, but they've done so as seeded teams, but never the #1 seed because they haven't won the conference tournament. So, accomplishment number 1. Accomplishment number 2, they beat LSU. I got to throw that in. No, accomplishment number 2 is
that hurts, man.
No, number 23 in the country. Okay, they're sitting at 27, 28, something like that. Have always, from mid-year on, after they locked in some of the high RPIs. We talked about that. So I think that's a big accomplishment for this program. Getting to number 23 in the land.
I agree.
Top 30.
Is that the highest they've
State.
ever been rated before school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Highest
the RPI isn't quite there now. That's more important for the term. The RPI
is
mid-30s.
It is good enough, as you stated, good enough to get in.
But when you do the RPI, Scooter knows better. Is that determined on the level of competition you play?
Yeah.
Okay. So
mostly. There are other factors.
So LSU had to add about 4 or 5 points to that.
Yeah, but all that. But I mean, look, it would have been nice. It'd have been nice to.
There is a world out there that's not purple and gold. You know that, huh?
It would have been nice to grab a win over Houston.
Well, that's the one thing
UL Lafayette. That would have. But they came close. They're competitive.
And I'm the one has to educate
Please
Kevin
educate.
All the time that baseball is a quirky sport.
It is.
And just because you're bigger and faster and stronger doesn't mean you win every game.
No.
But
you're right.
It does seem to me like if McNeese needs one thing, it's a little more consistency.
Yeah.
Some confounding losses in there where it wasn't so much just the vagrancies of baseball as it was they just weren't quite there tonight.
Yeah.
And
there were some games.
That's what they have a chance to do this week in the tournament. Show us you can put together those 4 straight. Sharp.
At one point, they were 18-1 at home. That's pretty good consistency.
That is pretty good.
I know it's home.
Yeah.
All right.
But still, people lose at home, Rick. That's good.
Good point. Now, they have lost a few since then. But, look, they lead almost every main offensive category in the Southland Conference, by far. I mean, they got speed on the bases. They had a kid, Ricky Burdinsky, who set a record for stolen base. He broke Jace Peterson's stolen base record this year. All right, pitching. I think starting pitching with King, the bullpen, Anderson. I mean, I think they're strong. I think they're very, very good starters, a combination of relievers and the bullpen, and the bats. I mean, 310, 315, 340.
That is
home runs.
That is good.
That's Valier and Selman can jack one out at any turn, and they seem to run the bases. Defensively, I've seen some games where all of a sudden, whoa, where did those errors come from?
Yeah.
But they're still in the game.
Yeah.
They got 2 or 3 errors, but they're still in the game. I think this is a pretty damn complete baseball team.
Yeah.
And you're right. I think they need to prove it in the conference tournament.
How big do you think, with the success that they've had on the mound, that Justin Hill has contributed to just coaching alone?
Well, he's kind of a
because
pitching
when I look
specialist.
at talent level, I mean, I don't think they have the talent that LSU's got.
It's not about LSU.
No.
I know that.
No, they don't have the talent.
But is coaching that good?
I think they got
That's
some
the
very
point
good.
I'm
I think they got
making.
very
Is
good
coaching that
arms.
good?
And I think Justin Hill, is he a pitching whisperer? Is he a savant? He's very good. He's a former pitcher at LSU.
Yeah.
He's been around the game a long time. I think he knows how to manage the pitchers.
Because
And I think some of them have come through, maybe unexpectedly, okay, with some pretty good years. So and they've been healthy.
yeah,
They have
I
been
don't mean to
healthy.
downplay
They've been
Justin
healthy.
Hill. I'm just getting so irritated and frustrated after all the years I've been educated.
It's an ongoing thing, man.
Then it
It's like
doesn't
teaching kids. Ongoing. Like LSU should win the national championship
I'm
every
not
year.
trying to
both
downplay
of
it.
you. No,
but with
I know that.
Just be quiet.
baseball is different.
Don't get me wrong. I think Justin Hill has done a great job at McNeese.
I think he's done an outstanding job.
The thing McNeese has got to do over the next couple of years is try to keep him there.
Yeah.
But in
That's gonna
baseball,
be
there's
tough.
only so much a coach can do.
Yeah.
You know, you don't throw the pitch, you don't swing the bat.
Well, you talked about inconsistency. Okay. I haven't been able to go to every home game.
Yeah.
But the ones I've gone to, I've seen some points where they'll put in a pitcher and they'll be trucking right along. And all of a sudden, you just can't hit a guy. You
Yeah.
just can't figure him out, and you just can't hit a guy. Now, they've had games that way. Or, as we've talked before,
Well,
some solid
and, you
hits
know, that
against
won't
UL
happen.
Lafayette.
Yeah.
The first time they played them at Joe Miller Park, I mean,
Yeah.
every ball they
Yeah.
hit went right to
Well,
the
that's
right
baseball.
to. I
That's
know, but
baseball.
and the hard balls.
And you're going to
hit
run
hard.
into a hot pitcher on any
That
given
happens.
But
night.
you got to overcome that.
That
You
happens.
got to manufacture runs somehow, some way.
You got to find a way to get through that.
Yes.
The main thing you've got to do, and you've brought this up, you know, you're kind of at the whims of baseball. Defense, you shouldn't be.
That's right. I agree.
I mean, if you have a day where the bloops are
Yes.
falling in for the other
Yeah.
team, that's fine. But don't help them.
Don't help them.
Yeah.
Don't be booting any
Yeah.
clean grounders and
That's true.
can't get it to the first or second base or turn an easy double play, that kind of. I think this is a very strong team, and it's going to be fun watching them and monitoring how they do in Sugarland. They play Lamar. Now let's
Yeah.
get on that real. All right, and this is just happen chance. All right, so they take 2 out of 3 for Lamar.
Yeah.
They win. They got and Lamar's the 8th seed, and they got to go at them again.
Yeah.
Wednesday at 4 in Sugarland.
Sugarland.
Is that good or bad? I mean, Lamar seems to have fallen over the last 4 or 5 years. They're not the
Well,
powerhouse they
definitely
used to be.
rebuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little scary, guys. I mean, that's a little scary. You know,
I know 2 of the opening matchups in the SEC tournament or from the weekend.
yeah.
You know.
But you're saying the SEC
Yeah.
for the upper tier doesn't mean anything. you know?
Well, for these teams it does. Some of them.
Some
in
of
the
them does,
tournament,
not for LSU, not for LSU. All right. So anyway, Cowboys great year. Look,
It is. Yeah.
to answer to the point I posed earlier in the show, if they don't get in, if I use this
Travesty.
lightly,
It's a
but
travesty.
it can be a failure, but it may not be at their own accord. Okay, if they just go in the toilet in the tournament, they don't get in. That's a failure for this team. If they don't get into the NCAA,
I would
agree.
agree with you, and I don't know if I would agree. I mean, their destiny is in their own hands.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I think they're in regardless, but I think the only thing keeps them out is to go 2 and out. In the
Yeah,
tournament.
and somehow some voters forget
Yeah.
about all what they have
Yeah.
done. All right, when we
Yeah.
come back,
That's true.
after this short pause, LSU we'll figure out where the Tigers are getting ready for the.
I want to talk some more softball.
We'll get the Cowgirls are coming up. We'll talk into some softball and a when we come back to Jack Daniels here at L'Auberge Casino. Don't go far.
Soundoff60 is presented by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Check us out online at soundoff60tv.com.
Are you trying to stay cool with a temporary fix? There's a smarter solution. Save on your monthly energy costs while enjoying quiet and consistent comfort this summer with a highly efficient air conditioning system from Luxair. We'll recommend a system that is perfectly suited to your home and provides optimal cooling, exceptional energy savings, and lasting performance. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solarsupply.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
2017 is here, and with it comes our 20th year of serving Southwest Louisiana at Lake Charles Toyota. And we're starting our 20th year just like we finished our 19th, with a first-class experience for our customers and some incredible deals on new vehicles, like $2,000 off MSRP, plus 0% for 72 months financing, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on a 2017 Camry. Or if you just want to keep it simple, you can get a brand new IM for $15,995. Don't settle for the same old lousy car buying experience this year. Raise your expectations.
All right, welcome back to the show here at Jack Daniels at L'Auberge Casino. We've covered a lot of baseball. Opened the show with Cowboys, Tigers, and Cowgirls. Covered the Cowboys. We want to get on LSU. In the next segment, we'll talk about the McNeese Cowgirls and get a little bit more. You're not going to go on a rant, are you? About
no,
women's
he
softball?
shouldn't.
You're not going to go on a rant, are you?
No, I enjoyed it over the weekend.
Okay. Well, you're a softball veteran, right?
Oh yeah, Rick, bring that up. Yeah,
He's the beer league.
Yeah,
he's the beer league.
He's a professional too.
I am. Look, let me share
I'm
something.
a slow pitch.
He's a professional.
Let me share something personal with you guys, okay? I played a week and a half of Little League baseball. I played in like 4 innings of softball my entire life.
Really?
I have never been.
I've been on the softball.
I cannot play baseball.
I've been on the softball team for years.
That's where I was. You know, when
not.
you're little, you play all the sports.
Yeah.
Football. And I played baseball and football. Could not play basketball.
See, that's my sport.
And it wasn't just because I was too short.
Yeah. No. Short has nothing to do with it. No, short has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Baseball? Now, I can play, I can go out there with my 12-year-old and pitch and catch and hit him grounders, the old throw up and hit kind of thing. But you get me on a softball field and,
I'm better at
ball,
softball than
sun
baseball.
and, I'm not like Hobbs. I'm not trying to juggle 2 cans of beer and trying to catch it. I just can't gauge it. I mean, I don't know what it is. I never could gauge. But I never really tried.
It's easy. It's
Yeah,
easy.
yeah,
baseball,
really?
I can't see something coming at me 80 miles an hour and I'm trying to
You
hit
never
it.
played baseball?
Never. Softball,
Really?
Good
yes.
athlete as you
Softball,
are?
yes, but
Really?
not
You're the
baseball.
athlete
no.
on our panel.
Softball. I'm a
I
hell of a
bet you were a leg kicker, huh? Bring that leg up.
Boy, what?
Leg up.
Kill it.
Leg
yes,
up.
Indeed.
Probably
That's
just,
another-
probably just
kill
like
it.
that golf swing of his.
Now, when the man connects
I will
on a
kill
golf
it, I'm
ball,
telling you.
it will go 320
I will
yards.
kill it, man.
But it could be in the
Connected,
bayou or the river or going toward Big Lake. You never know. Mostly
it's
foul
a
ball.
successful drive if it leaves the mound. That's my thing.
Oh, is that it?
If it leaves
All
the
right.
tee box, it's successful.
Let's talk
That's
LSU
it.
baseball. Obviously, let me correct me if I'm wrong. Mr. Hobbs, at one point in the SEC, 10-8, 10-7.
Yes.
10 and 8.
10 and
I think at one point 5 and 4.
Woo!
But 10 and 8 ended up 21 and 9.
You had to write. You were burying them at one point. You were
Yes, he did.
burying
Yes,
them, right?
he did, Rick. Yes,
Huh?
he did.
Not totally,
Not
because
totally?
I've seen
And
it
when-
too. I've seen them. I've seen Maneri with all his tinkering get the pieces together at the right time.
How did they turn it
before.
around? How did they turn it around to win the West?
Persistence. They never were bad at anything. But
they lost to Alabama.
No, they didn't.
They lost to McNeese.
I thought they lost that series to Alabama.
Did
they not lose? No, you're right.
saying,
Alabama
hey,
win one from them though?
Come on now.
Alabama, they swept Alabama.
Did they really? I thought they. Okay, I stand corrected. Okay.
That was just a few weeks ago. That's part of. They finished the year winning 11 of 12 conference games. Alabama sweep was in there.
But look, this is my thing.
But
Scooter say baseball is a corky game.
you had your hands up. Doesn't mean anything. What? What? What was
I
that?
thought he stopped, Rick. Scooter
You
said
did.
baseball is a corky game. Okay, I get all that. But this is my thing. Beginning of the year, first of the year, Scooter say they're destined for Omaha. Yes, they're going. They're going to do it.
You did kind of say that.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then
you thought this was a very strong LSU.
Well, it's a veteran team.
Yeah, a veteran
It was
team,
good
yeah.
enough to go to Omaha last year.
All right.
Then
It
the
was very
wheels
veteran
fell
team.
off the train for a minute there, and Scooter say, "Oh, it's not looking good."
Did it
What else
call-
does
well,
Scooter
well,
say every year?
Yeah, really. Not.
What else does Scooter
I think
say
it was
every
a flat
year?
tire. I don't know if it came off
It
completely.
got bad there for a minute, Rick.
Let him answer that. I don't know.
Scooter, didn't it?
Baseball seasons are long, winding roads. You
Okay.
get better, you
All right.
get worse. You never stay the same.
True.
You still can't get it out of your head that they lost to McNeese.
Yeah.
That was, I think, more so than playing the conference, those midweek losses kept annoying LSU fans. And they ended up going only, I think, 8-6 in midweek. So much better record in the SEC than the midweek games. This team, for the first 2/3 of the season, to me, the toughest thing to do, now the midweek games wasn't hard. Mostly it was people auditioning for the bullpen and flunking.
Right.
And not being able to throw a strike.
Right.
But for the conference in the early season, when they weren't that impressive, you looked at it and it was hard to figure out why. Because you didn't really see a weakness. Everything seemed pretty good, but the sum didn't equal the parts.
Okay.
You know, Maneri, I give him credit. He is always tinkering. He will tinker with that lineup, and even if you don't see anything wrong, he sees something might make it better. You're going to get mad at me here.
Yeah.
He got the players pretty much in place about halfway through the year, through the regular season. Then he started tinkering with the batting order, which to me, eventually, finally you get it right, chemistry comes into play. I mean, their defense has been great all year. And that doesn't, you know, they're hitting. The numbers looked okay all year, but they never seem to be able to get the clutch hit.
Right.
Yeah.
To a degree, the pitching was the same way. You know, can you get that key out? I mean, is that the most amazing? If you read my column Sunday, Alex Lang comes up, he faced this season 18 times he faced a batter with the bases loaded.
18 times.
18 times. He walked one.
Yeah.
Other than that, those batters went 0 for 17 with 12 strikeouts.
That's strong, Scooter.
I mean, and most
That's
teams,
strong.
if you look, with
That
the
is.
bases loaded, most teams hit over 400.
Yeah.
But,
That's
but I
strong.
mean, I really like this LSU team now. They'll probably go 2-0 in the SEC tournament
No,
after I
come
say
on.
this,
Scooter.
but I don't think it hurts them. I think they're still a national seed.
Yeah.
Did I not catch a blurb where the former bar star Bo Jordan, Jack went out again?
And I think it was the second game.
Second game, multiple, two-run, three-run shot, something like that.
2-run shot, and then later I think he had an RBI double.
Okay, all right. I always like to keep track of the Jordan. Now,
Local
his twin
guys.
brother is not going to come back. You reported a couple last week that he's kind of throwing and hitting, and you know, let him rest. I don't know if he would. I don't know if he would add all that much to it.
With the media.
All right, so what is, From your keen eye and your observation, what seems to be the missing, outside of the SEC tournament, what is that missing piece that's sitting there on the table that can turn either way and turn this team either north or south, if you will? Is it the clutch hit? Is it getting the clutch out still? Is it?
Yeah, running into a hot team like Coastal Carolina last year.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin's over here. How did LSU lose to Coastal? Coastal Carolina ended up winning the national championship.
Yeah.
They were a lot better than what
That's just the way baseball is.
Yeah.
All right. I get that, Scooter.
So good forbearing for the LSU Tigers. You know, winning the West, as they should be comfortable in the SEC tournament, and they know they're going to get the region. They know they're going to get the region.
There's no guarantee in baseball. It's just too fluky a game. But Maneri has got this team right where he wants it heading into the postseason.
Yeah, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Final comment from you.
How many years has Coach Maneri been there at LSU?
This is 11th.
11th?
I
And
didn't
we
realize
have
it was
not
that long.
had him on this
Yes,
show.
we have. Have we? Did we do it for Tiger Tour?
No,
One of the
because I
Tiger
think
Tours?
I don't think
the year
so.
he came, it would have had to have been the year it was
I
in
don't
July.
think so.
When we don't do
That's
the
right.
show.
We have not had
You may
Paul
be
Maneri
right.
on this show.
You may be right, Greg.
Yeah,
I could've
we got to
sworn we had
change
him
that.
on-
Have some good conversation. Obviously, it won't be
Okay.
before the College World
Yeah.
Series or the NCAA,
Okay.
so we'll shoot for the summertime.
Yeah,
All right, up
we'll
against
have
the
to.
clock again.
We'll
When
get
we come
him on.
back, we'll talk women's softball. The McNeese
Yes.
Cowgirls, we both all deem a successful year only,
Yes.
even though they bow out early in the NCAA. We'll talk women's softball when we come back in about 2 minutes here at Jack Daniels.
Soundoff 60 is brought to you by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. The boys in the box will be right back.
Were the judges right in saying we're the best tasting light beer? You be the judge. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
I'm Brett Cassio, a board-certified orthopedic sports medicine specialist. I could tell you all about my training at Duke University and Johns Hopkins Hospital, or my experience with the Baltimore Orioles. But what people ask me the most is how I would treat my own family if they were injured. And what I tell them is I would treat your family the way I would treat my own. Not every surgeon is board-certified and fellowship trained in sports medicine. Training and experience matter.
You could win a new Mercedes-Benz CLS 550. Earn entries now through April 29th.
Lately, Bud Light's been talking about what's on their cans. But at Miller Lite, we focus on what's in our can. More taste, less calories, and half the carbs. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
All right, welcome back. Glad to have you with us here. I want to remind you, coming up this holiday weekend, tickets might still be available. Check out the Pointer Sisters in concert,
They're
May
going quick, Rick.
27th.
I checked on them this morning. They're going pretty quick. You
Pointer
need to get them now.
Sisters, legendary sound and R&B,
Yep.
right here at the Special Event Concert Center at LaBerge Casino coming up this weekend. Holiday weekend, by the way, Memorial
it
Day
is.
weekend. So pay homage
I don't know what
and honor
happened.
the veterans
I
for
do
Memorial
not
Day.
know what happened to the month of May.
I don't know either.
It went
It went
quick,
very,
Scooter.
very fast. You eat too much crawfish. When you eat too much
went-
damn
it
crawfish,
went
just
quick, man.
the weeks go by.
I agree,
That's
Scooter.
what happens, all right?
It
May
went extremely
disappeared.
quick.
All right, so
Just vanished.
we started off the show talking about success and failure in
Yeah.
sports when seasons come to a close or when they're nearing or getting into postseason play, that kind of thing. When we talk about the NBA, I mean, it's like, all right, Warriors and Cavs.
That's
If one
right.
of them doesn't win the national
That's
championship or
it.
the
Every- I
NBA
mean, it's
championship,
gonna
it's
be
a
like
failure
that.
for them,
Yeah,
as good
you're
as they
right.
are. The Cowgirls winning the regular season and the Southern Conference Women's Softball Championship. I mean, 43 wins, tying a school
That's big.
record for 43 wins. But they bow out early. They get one win in the regional. We think it's a success. All right?
But
better success if they would have got to the championship game. I'll agree
Yeah.
with you on that point.
I'd say with the success, they're still waiting to take that next
Next
step.
step. Next step. And You know, they're going to lose 5 seniors, a couple of very talented pitchers, and Rachel Smith and Bailey Corbello, the girl from Moss Bluff, finishing out there. But they still have the Italian stallion, Erica Pinconcelelli. I mean, she's still there. This will be her
She
senior.
can hit it.
Piancastelli. So she'll be back. They'll have talent. James Landreneau has a good, solid core.
They will.
All right?
And I think that they'll continue to recruit and bring in good talent there at McNeese. But this is the thing that, you know, I listen to what Scooter says, because Scooter's my teaching master guru when it comes to baseball.
Should I back away? I mean, where's my boots at? Holy smoke, this is getting really thick here.
When a team is as good...
Are you kidding me?
Wait.
Are you kidding me?
Finish my point.
Oh.
When a team is as good as McNeese girls softball, and when you do what happened bowing out, all the success you've had prior to that, doesn't that teach you to how to get past that moment where you're struggling to say we can fix it with that many wins?
Well, I wouldn't say this team lacked
You know what I'm
confidence.
saying?
I mean, they've got some national. Piancastelli is one of the best hitters in the country. And the pitching that they have is probably at least top 25, top 30, all right, pitching. But, you know, UL Lafayette was number 14 in the country. LSU is usually a ranked team, and they were the number 1 seed in this. So this is very good Southern women's softball.
I agree, Rick.
Okay?
I totally agree.
And McNeese is right there with them.
I totally agree.
The fluky thing with the weather and all that stuff in Baton Rouge.
With the delay and all that.
You know, you take that out of the equation, both of them playing on an even level, who knows?
Both teams
I know that. That's what I'm saying. Both of them at
Both
even
teams
level.
had to go to-
But you know, losing to UL Lafayette 6-2, I think it was, and they come back and beat Fairfield, and then they come back and have to play.
That game was basically the 3-run home run.
You're right. You're right. So, all right. So, but solid core. James Landry, first year. Coach of the year in the Southland, first year. 43 wins. That's pretty good. You watched a lot of women's softball over the weekend. Give me some Hobbs observation when it comes to the ladies and softball.
Well, you'll be happy to know I had to stay up till 1 a.m. this morning and wait another rain. But LSU did come back and beat UL Lafayette twice to advance. I was shocked. UL Lafayette had never lost a softball game in that ballpark.
Really?
They had won 3 regionals.
Really?
There.
Okay.
Wow. Now that ballpark's not that old.
In the ballpark.
That particular ballpark. I don't know exactly how old it is. I don't know. I probably watched more just following the Cowgirls. I probably watched more softball this weekend than I have 10 previous years.
Yeah.
I got a kick out of it.
Yeah.
I really did. I enjoyed it. But one thing that got me, and this is...
It's a faster paced game.
It looks
it's
like...
It's different, Rick.
You know, but this is the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
Even in this, it looks like these girls are having fun.
Yeah,
they do.
I like that. I mean,
looks like
and to a degree...
I think they are,
I think they'll have fun.
To a degree, it doesn't matter if they're up 10-0. Or if they're down 10-0, yeah, I'm with a lot of people. I'm not crazy about all the stunts and choreography, the rally choreography.
Part of having fun.
But the actual mood of the teams watching them, where they don't necessarily
panic.
They don't look like they're watching the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah.
I mean,
They don't panic. They don't panic.
I mean, but both teams, and I'm not talking about McNeese or LSU or I'm talking about some of the others.
Yeah.
They just look to be enjoying themselves and having fun. And I don't mean this condescending that it doesn't mean as much to them as it does. I don't mean it.
No.
But I got the biggest kick. It wasn't the McNeese game. It was when LSU was playing UL Lafayette late Sunday night. And the UL Lafayette coach, it was obviously was like stalling the game.
Well, let me interject.
Where you can talk, and I'm still not sure what this is, where you get an offensive conference. I mean, he's pulling notebooks out, talking to the batter while we're waiting.
Really? Yeah.
Well, the LSU catcher goes out to talk to the LSU pitcher.
Yeah.
And they are not just. They're not even trying to cover their mouth. They are laughing and this is a key moment in the game. They are laughing and giggling
Serious.
like two middle school girls giggling about
Yeah.
boys.
Right.
About what boys they like or something.
Hey.
I mean, to me, it was refreshing.
What was it? You or somebody else in the American press reported the rift between UL Lafayette and LSU softball? What's the rift there? Apparently, there's been in women's softball. I don't know the backstory. I might have to investigate this myself.
I don't know. I guess it goes back a little bit to
a little pitching on the head there.
Really?
Really? I don't know. I don't know the backstory.
I'm not.
Did you see it in those games? Did you see any kind of the coaches diss each other? It was reported in the American press. So anyway, that brings a little subplot to it. So congratulations to Landreneau and the Cowgirls.
Yeah, they did. They had
it's a faster-paced game. It's a tough game. And my gosh, again, I explained my baseball lack of heroics. I mean, that softball coming at you. Yeah. What did we talk? Landreneau, what did he say about mid-60s, upper 60s?
60,
they can throw?
70, yeah, 60,
I mean,
70.
I'd just
That's
be standing
fast.
there. I'd just be like this, just standing there doing
softball.
That
That's underhand.
Yeah, underhand softball.
I also saw as bad a call as I've ever seen. And it wasn't in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
That Tuscaloosa Regional, where Alabama and
you watched some women's softball.
Yeah, he did. He watched
I'm telling you,
He's channel surfing.
I watched more
You didn't leave the
softball
house.
this weekend than I have in I just happened to catch the end
Was
of
it a
this
pitch?
game.
Was it an out? Was it a rule infraction? What?
But it's just the gravity of the pitch.
Wow.
Minnesota, it was they didn't get a seed, even though they've been ranked number one. They
had
were the
like
number
30
two
game winning streak or something.
They did, but they got sent to Alabama as the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
They're playing Alabama. There's no score through 9 innings.
No score?
No.
Neither team has scored.
All right, so this is an important play now.
Bottom of the
9
ninth,
innings.
Alabama does load the bases with 2
Okay,
outs.
all right.
3-2 pitch. This girl grooves it right down the middle.
Wow.
Minnesota.
0-4.
Whoa.
What?
And they lose by what?
Yeah, they lose 1-0.
Holy
Walks in a run on a
smokes.
pitch right
called the
down
ball
the
on it?
middle.
Right
Wow.
down the
That
middle.
poor Minnesota pitcher's on the mound like,
I couldn't have thrown
Did
it better.
did the coach come out? I mean, did the coach challenge it or did?
well, there's
No,
nothing you
can't.
can do.
You can't go to the ump
Wow.
on that, Rick. No.
Where was Nick
Get
Saban?
ejected, man.
No. All right.
Wow.
All right, we're up against the clock. We're going to take a
That's a tough
pause.
one,
We're going to
Stuart.
take a pause a little bit away from baseball. We're going to talk some football. I want to talk about Colin Kaepernick
Yeah.
and Darrell Revis when we come back.
Yeah.
All right, couple
I've got a lot
of
to say about both of those
big
guys.
name free agents still
Yes.
sitting out there.
Yes.
We'll do that. NBA is kind of on my radar too.
Oh, yes.
LeBron James
Oh,
with
yeah.
a bad game, but it's kind of a foregone
Can
conclusion.
you play? You have to play good every night. It's kind of like softball. Like Scooter said,
He's only human. I
it's
mean,
kind of quirky at times.
Yeah. We're going to do that and a whole lot more, so stick around. We're coming back to Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LeBerge Casino Resort, home of soundoff60. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
Now you've got 4 more reasons to stay at our luxury hotel. Reserve your room today.
2017 is here, and with it comes our 20th year of serving Southwest Louisiana at Lake Charles Toyota. And we're starting our 20th year just like we finished our 19th, with a first-class experience for our customers and some incredible deals on new vehicles, like $2,000 off MSRP, plus 0% for 72 months financing, plus $1,000 down payment assistance on a 2017 Camry. Or if you just want to keep it simple, you can get a brand new IM for $15,995. Don't settle for the same old lousy car buying experience this year. Raise your expectations.
All right, we're back. Jack Daniels number 7 T-shirt. Don't forget, you can win these on trivia, karaoke trivia Tuesdays here at Jack Daniels. You can win this great-looking T-shirt. You win some answer some trivia questions, and come down here on Tuesday nights. All right, Jack Daniels number 7 black T-shirts. Gotta love those black T-shirts. Let's talk a little football. We gotta talk football on Sound Off 60.
Yes, let's do it. That's what we do.
All right. Let's start off with Darrelle Revis, 31 years old.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
What did I miss? I didn't know he was
maybe
in the
knocked
news.
out a couple of guys in an altercation in Pittsburgh.
Allegedly.
That's pretty good. He's 31. He's knocking out guys on the street.
For a DB, that's pretty good.
Pretty
for a
good for a
DB,
quarterback.
okay?
Yeah, exactly.
That's for a
anyway,
DB.
charges
Pretty good,
dismissed.
man. Yeah.
Charges dismissed. Not enough evidence. Who knows? Somebody probably gave him some lip.
Yeah.
NFL will not punish him any further. He's still a free agent, though.
Yes, he is.
This is, possible future Hall of Famer.
I would say yes.
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Maybe Canton bound.
No, I would say yes.
All right, this Darrelle Revis. All right.
It was a couple of years.
Many great
he
years
might
with the
have
Giants,
been-
great year with the Patriots, won a
Yeah.
Super Bowl with the Patriots,
Yeah.
and then made a lot of money, went to the Patriots to get paid, and that kind of thing. All right. We all know the New Orleans Saints need cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. He's 31.
He's not the one.
I say the name of Brandon Browner. Okay. I think that's all I need to say.
He's
but this
not
is
the one.
Darrelle Revis.
He's not the one, though.
Why not?
You're at corner. 31 years of age, dude, I'm sorry, but you've had your good years.
Darryl Green.
You've had your good years.
Does that name mean
Darryl
anything?
Green
to you?
is
Darryl,
freak
you
of
got-
nature.
yes.
Darryl Green.
Darryl Green was
You've
a
got
freak.
He
some
was
guys-
this big, though.
Yes, Rick, they could run like a deer.
I know. Fastest
But
man in the NFL for
looking
many
at
years.
Darrelle Revis in the past 2 years, you could see where the drop-off has been. Yeah. He was getting beat and just recovering because of a bad throw. But you can't bring him to somebody like the Saints and expect him to change the secondary. You could put him
I didn't
in
say change.
wait.
I didn't say change.
But you could put him in a secondary such as Seattle
Okay.
and not be noticed.
Good
because
point.
You can cover up.
A little bit
but
of
you cannot
talent
bring him
behind
to
it.
the Saints
All right,
and expect
valid point. Valid point. But I mean, if he's out there, Revis for $2.5, $3 million, like they did with Adrian Peterson.
Yeah,
maybe.
Rick, you make a good point.
Or does Sean Payton have enough youth? He's got some guys coming back.
Yeah. Rick, if the Saints,
P.J. Williams,
let me tell you how.
Delvin Breaux, if they come back healthy. All right, I'm raising the question. He's out there.
I would lean not. I would lean.
I'm kind of with you. But
I would understand what they're doing if they did go that route.
He's going to get picked
if you
up.
can get him cheap,
Somebody's going to pick him up.
You can get him cheap
Yeah.
with no guarantee.
Yeah, somebody's going to pick him up. Maybe this whole arrest thing in Pittsburgh has some teams backing away a little bit, but this is Darrelle Revis. All right. Colin Kaepernick.
He heard himself.
Now he says.
He heard himself.
Now he says several times he will stand for the national anthem.
Yeah. Rick, let me tell you something.
So
Rick.
he's trying to put that behind him.
Look.
It was a thing that he felt he had to do. But he is unsigned, gentlemen. He could have made $14 million with the San Francisco 49ers, and he chose to test free agency and make because he wants to be a starter and make money.
Yeah.
I don't know, bird in the hand? I don't know, guys.
He's not that good.
Look, he's good with the right team. Yeah, he's good.
All right.
Let me tell you
But
something, Rick.
I'm going to go a step farther.
He hurt himself. It's okay to stand for something, Rick, but it's all about how you do it. It's okay to have a purpose and say you feel strongly about something. I get that. As to what he was trying to do.
He calmly knelt during the national anthem.
I get that.
I thought it was wrong.
But there's a way to go about that. You don't have to be so dramatic about it to where you cause friction, not only to the outside landscape of where you work at.
Well, before Hobbs goes on a rant, let me throw this in.
But with
Go ahead.
inside where you work
can
at,
feel it, huh?
you've got guys that you play with that don't respect you. You can't be effective as a teammate.
I read he's very good in the locker room. He's very well
it was some
respected.
guys pissed
But
off at
anyway,
him because of that.
what bothered me
It
was the shots in practice with the 49ers with the T-shirts depicting derogatory things about police. Okay. He took it a bit further.
And that's
and
my
his comment
point,
has also came out recently near the end of the year that he does not vote.
That's his right.
Okay.
That's his right.
It's your right to vote.
Yeah, but I mean,
if you're going to take a strong political stance,
if he doesn't,
you better get your ass into a voting booth because that's your ultimate way of communicating.
But there's nothing that we can make him do.
Opinion.
He can't.
I know that.
We can't make him do that.
All right. So you don't think he's that good?
No,
he's good.
But and here's my point. You said it's okay to stand for something.
Yeah.
That's a country song, isn't it?
It's okay.
But it's how you do it.
All right, let him finish.
It's okay not to stand for something, but if you're
Is there a
not
pun
going to
in there? Is
stand,
there a pun in there? Okay.
If you're not going to stand for the national anthem, you better be pretty good.
Point well taken.
I mean, if you're going to bring this kind of baggage, you better be really good. It's two opposite ends of the spectrum of baggage, but it's Tim Tebow.
But wait, let me correct you now, Scooter. Didn't he take the 49ers to the Super Bowl?
He did.
Watch it now.
He did.
Watch it
What
now.
has he done since? He lost his starting job.
But I'm just saying, and you're right, because of all the little silly things that he did.
I mean, I haven't seen anything makes him want to be my quarterback. But if you don't want the baggage, just like wherever Tim Tebow shows up, a media circus comes.
Yeah.
Opposite ends of the spectrum, Mr. Goody Two Shoes and Mr. Controversial.
Yeah.
But the same thing with Kaepernick. He's not good enough to warrant that media circus and the risk to team chemistry in the locker room.
Controversy, dealing with sponsors, dealing with high-level fans. We don't want Kaepernick, that whole thing.
Yeah.
Look, we're out of time, but it's a lightning rod conversation. I want to go into it more as free agency rolls on. I mean, there's some guy, Blaine Gabbert got signed. Blaine Gabbert?
Look, let me tell you this, Eric.
And Colin Kaepernick is still unemployed.
You, I, and Scooter are talking about this. Probably next show, he'll probably be signed.
Maybe.
He'll probably be signed.
I doubt it, though.
Okay?
I doubt it.
I'm
We'll
just
take a short pause. We're coming back to Jack Daniels to wrap it up. Stay right there.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by our friends at Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 24/7 online at soundoff60tv.com.
When you make something first, you can spell it however you want. Miller Lite, the original light beer. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
You could win a new Mercedes-Benz CLS 550. Earn entries now through April 29th.
Are you trying to stay cool with a temporary fix? There's a smarter solution. Save on your monthly energy costs while enjoying quiet and consistent comfort this summer with a highly efficient air conditioning system from Luxair. We'll recommend a system that is perfectly suited to your home and provides optimal cooling, exceptional energy savings, and lasting performance. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Were the judges right in saying we're the best tasting light beer? You be the judge. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
We are back here at Jack Daniels at L'Auberge Casino, wrapping it up with Stump the Wise Guys. The lovely Hannah. She's a newbie, she's a rookie, but she's
Good
here,
to have you, Hannah.
and she's a gamer.
She is.
She has the trivia questions. She's
Here
going
we
to
go.
pose them to us, and
I'm
we're
ready.
going to see if we can get 4-0. Let's
do
go.
it.
Hannah, welcome to the show. Lovely
Here-
shirt, by the way. One
That's
of the
the
shirts
shirt.
that you can win here at Jack
Yes, it
Daniels.
is.
All right,
Right.
here we
Yes.
go.
Notice
Question
that.
number 1.
Okay.
All right.
Name the 2 McNeese Cowboys ever drafted in the first round of Major League Baseball amateur draft, and what team selected them?
First is Will Smith.
Peterson,
Oh, wait,
Padres,
baseball.
baseball, Major League, Major League.
Football.
Peterson, the Padres, 4 years ago.
Wait.
There's
What's the
been
guy?
two in the
Wait,
first
what's the
round?
guy? Mom works for the DA's office. Wait, Scooter.
Holy smokes, man! I'm
Okay.
trying to think of a name.
Wait, but I'm
I
thinking
think I
that's
got
the
his
guy.
name.
But I'm thinking that's the guy. His
All right,
mom works
no.
for the DA's
It's
office here in town.
I'm going to get half of it. I think It's Marceau, but I can't remember his first. He was a pitcher. Help me out.
Jacob.
Jacob. I got help from production. Jacob Marceau. A Florida team. I don't remember. Who's in?
I don't know.
Either Marlins or Rays. Marceau, Marlins. Marceau going to the Marlins. What happened to him?
That was the first guy.
Who are you talking about?
His mom. And
Oh, you're talking about Jared Gautreaux?
Boom.
Jared Gautreaux.
Scooter.
It wasn't first round, but it was.
Things I can remember.
Gautreaux was drafted by the Astros in like fifth,
I
sixth.
thought he was pretty high though.
Fifth or sixth round, pretty high in baseball. Okay, Hannah. Sorry, we digress.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's what we deal with
I'm
with
just
Kevin.
Trying
He
always
just
to remember stuff, man. I'm sorry, man.
Golly,
I said
man.
both of the names, so I think it's good.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Question number 2. Two of McNeese's greatest pitchers were both drafted into the major leagues by the same team. Who are the 2 pitchers and name the team?
Come on, newspaper.
There's a hint too.
It's got to be Burroughs and
Both
Ray Fontenot.
former Cowboys still live in the area.
Okay.
Terry Burroughs,
and Ray Fontenot. Who was the team?
I didn't know they were drafted. I know Fontenot started off with the Yankees, I think.
But drafted though.
Yeah, it usually
drafted. Didn't Burroughs have a somewhat of a history with the Rangers?
Yeah,
yes, Terry Burroughs.
Rangers.
Yes.
Rangers.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a guess. I remember something about Terry and the Rangers. All right.
Okay.
We're doing okay. What is baseball? It's taxing.
Yeah, it's
It's
baseball.
giving me a
man.
headache.
Come on now,
Name
man.
was
It's
the
not
key.
Scooter should know all of these. That's the baseball.
Baseball's
guru.
giving me a headache. Okay.
All right, question number 3.
She's doing very well, by the way.
She is, Rick.
Very calm, very collected.
Please keep complimenting her on that
right.
too, Rick.
All right. Who coached the McNeese Cowboys to their last Southland Conference Tournament championship in 2003?
Well, let's go back in
2003.
Wasn't Bianco.
It wasn't Bianco?
No,
I was
no,
thinking
I think-
it might have been his last
Well, Bianco, how long has Bianco been at Ole Miss? Do the
Wait a
math.
minute,
year.
wait
Right
a minute.
about then. is
Really?
I
when-
think it would be him, Rick.
What year? 03?
2003.
I think it'd be
Who was after Bianco?
Kind of tough right there, Rick.
That would be cheating. I'm drawing a blank here. This baseball's giving me a headache.
his mama used to work at the DA's office.
God, we only got so much time.
Scooter, I mean,
Give
I
us
was
the
close.
okay.
I was close.
Because she's new.
I was close.
Just give us the initials. I bet you
Okay,
we get it.
we'll
With
take
just
TB.
TB. Butler.
Oh, Todd Butler.
Todd Butler.
Yes.
Todd Butler. All right, we cheated.
Terry Burroughs would have worked
There we
there.
We cheated.
Coulda went there too, man.
Okay, we cheated,
Okay.
but we got it anyway. All right, last one.
Last question. It's a bonus question.
All right.
Who holds the Southland record for most tournament championship, and who has the record for the most SLC tournament appearances?
Oh gosh. Oh well, that's just.
My guess, what coach?
No, I think it's team.
What team?
It's team.
What team?
Yes.
I'm going to say Lamar.
Huh?
I'm gonna say
Lamar for championships, tournament championships. Lamar. That's a good one. I like it. Who's got the most appearances?
Stephen
Appearances
F.
in the tournament.
Stephen F.
Well, it ought to be the same, shouldn't it?
Didn't Northwestern have a legendary coach?
No, well, Lamar had.
That's true. Gilligan.
Gilligan.
All right, we're going to go Lamar both ways?
Yeah, let's go Lamar.
All right, Hobbs says Lamar
close?
both ways. I'm unsure about.
It's incorrect for both.
Hobbs.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Scooter. We depend
All right,
on you,
what-
man.
Okay, Sam Houston and Texas State share the most titles with 4 each, and Northwestern State has the most appearances. with
Appearances. Who was the coach,
man.
the legendary coach up there? Jim something.
I have no
Oh,
idea.
Jim Wells.
Jim Wells.
But Jim Wells was only at Northwestern like 2 or 3 years.
Really?
We got
That
the
would've been a tough
Alabama
one.
job.
Okay, well,
That would've been a tough one.
obviously the Demons have gone to most tournament and most appearances.
They have.
So anyway, all right, well,
Not bad.
1 out of
Good
4.
job.
Thanks, Hannah, for
That's not bad
not
at
giving
all.
us. I don't know how much time we have left. Are we out of time? They
Yeah.
tell us we're out of time. We have no
That's
more
what-
time.
What we talking
We're going to
about?
save the NBA for next week.
We will.
And you and I's favorite
Let's
subject.
save it for next year.
No,
And you-
next
And
week.
you know what's coming up now.
McGregor and Floyd,
Floyd
Money
Mayweather.
Mayweather.
Let me
McGregor's
tell you
starting to do
something.
this.
Dude,
He's
can
starting
you
to
believe
talk.
that they're talking 100 million again?
Mayweather's not getting in the ring for less than 100 million. He
again?
fought Pacquiao for 100
Oh
million.
my God!
We'll have a lot of fun next week. Hannah, greatly appreciate it. She
Thank
did
you.
great.
Great job.
She's a rookie no more. Thanks for
not
watching.
more,
We'll see
yeah.
you next time, everybody.
Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.